Bhagwan, Yogi Ramsuratkumar's Nama Sankirtan has been done as usual, like every day, from the powerful morning twilight time up till now. We have offered it at the feet of Bhagwan. At this point, I would like to bring to your attention a particular incident which has a teaching lesson, a message for all of us from Bhagwan. Once, one devotee by Rajaram Joshi, who had been coming to Bhagwan from the 70s, one day on his birthday, he came all the way to Tiruvannamalai, to Sannadi Street house, to take blessings from Bhagwan. Bhagwan opened the gate for him, made him sit before his presence, and asked him, "What do you have to say?" Sri Rajaram Joshi said, "This is my birthday, I have come only to take blessings from you." Then Bhagwan said, "Good that you have come seeking blessings, because it is the holy tradition of India that on the birthday of each one should visit either a kshetra, that is a place where a temple is, or tirtha, a holy place situated on the bank of a holy river, or a murti, or shila, that is the murti of a guru, or a divine murti, that is a sculpture of the divine. On these days, especially the birthday, we have to visit either one of these places and then contemplate why we are given this birth. What is the purpose of this life? What is the purpose of this birth? The human birth. It is for the contemplation of this that we have to celebrate the birthday. After that, he added, what is the purpose of life? What is the purpose of this birth? It is to remember God, that God has given us this body, this life, only to remember Him. To remember Him, we have to remember His name. Remembering the name is remembering Him. It's only when we remember Him, we realize the purpose of life. It's only when we remember Him, we truly live. Why we live for the purpose of life. Other times, we are dead. Though we live in the body, we continue to live as a body, not as a soul. We are not serving the purpose of life. So remember this. To remember and contemplate on the purpose of life, the birthday is to be celebrated. Much later, the breakfast hut of the ashram one day, he said, people celebrate birthday by blowing out the candles. They could light even one candle and remember how this candle is burning itself to illumine the space around, to give light around. This is the purpose of life. Sadhus, Mahatmas' lives are like this. We people burn ourselves to illumine the lives of others. While he said that, he choked on the word and there were tears in his eyes. He said, it's because people like us live in this world is still going on. We have been singing the great powerful Nama, Yogi Ramsuratkumar. One day, Swami held a demonstration. At Sudama, he used to make me read all kinds of books, especially the great ancient texts like Yoga Vasishtam, Bhagavad Gita, again and again and again, that I thought they were all very important. They are important. And then there was one particular sloka, a four-liner, which ran like this: Brahmanandam Paramasukhatam Kevalam Jnanamurti, describing this pure awareness, the supreme awareness that is vibrantly present in all creation. I was very attracted to it, fascinated by it, and then I started to get it by heart. Swami was observing all this with silence. He didn't say anything, but he saw the effort, the pain that I was taking to get it by heart. And then we came to the breakfast hut at 7 o'clock in the morning, as usual. As soon as we were seated there inside the hut, he said, Devaki, start your Brahmanandam Paramasukhatam. I was very happy because I thought I had it by heart. And then I started, I struggled, and I found out I could not get past the second line. He asked the next Sudama sister, and then the next one, and then the next one. But none of us could get past the first line or the second line, and some people could not even get past one word of that. And there was one lady sitting last in the same row from Madurai. When it became her turn, Swami said, please come and sit here. He called her and made her sit right in front of him, and then he said, now you chant this Brahmanandam Paramasukhatam. Swami himself started it for her, but that lady folded her hands in front of him in namaskar and said, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jai Guru Raya. In the very same tune in which Bhagwan was telling her. Then Bhagwan burst out laughing. Peals of laughter. He clapped his hands, slapped his thighs, and started his cascading laughter. And then he turned to one of those people there and said, look, this beggar wants her to say Brahmanandam Paramasukhatam, but all she says is Yogi Ramsuratkumar. And then again he laughed. Then that particular devotee said, Swami, everything is contained in this Yogi Ramsuratkumar Nama. So why put oneself to great trouble to get things by heart, get other slokas by heart, when everything is in your name? Again Bhagwan clapped his hands and laughed loudly. The inimitable laughter only he could do. And then he raised his hand in benediction, blessed that girl, that lady, for quite a few minutes. And that's when we all understood there was no need to get all those Sanskrit slokas, very difficult ones, by heart. All that it takes is the faith that Yogi Ramsuratkumar Nama has everything. It is the ultimate. It is the name of his father, like he said. We knew it even before, but often we tended to forget. And then Swami, through some Leela, some demonstration like this, would remind us and put us back in our place. So we have been chanting this great Nama, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, which is nothing else but Brahmananda, which is Paramasukhatam, which is Jnanamurti. And now we appeal to the divine love of this Murti, Bhagwan. We have been chanting tremendously powerful Nama of Yogi Ramsuratkumar, and this is the time to submit our evening prayer at his feet. We have been seeing so many stories where how Bhagwan had helped, comes to the rescue of his devotees very intelligently, doing things at the right time, the right manner, so intelligently that their suffering is removed. Here is one more story. One Sri Shivakumar, a devotee of Bhagwan Yogi Ramsuratkumar, is a regular visitor to Jaihindapuram temple of Bhagwan Yogi Ramsuratkumar. Shivakumar had a colleague and friend by name Arumugam. They are both working together in a ready-made garment shop in Madurai. All of a sudden, Sri Arumugam stopped coming to the shop. He was being absent from the work for nearly 2 months. His friend Shivakumar, the devotee, was wondering what happened to him. When he finally met him, he asked Sri Arumugam, and Arumugam said with tears, his brother-in-law, who was in Tuticorin, had murdered somebody and absconded. He went into hiding. Nobody knows where he was hiding. The police was unable to find his whereabouts. But on enquiry, they found out that the murderer's sister and father are living in Madurai. So, the Tuticorin police and Madurai police combined went to the house of the murderer's sister and father. The sister is the wife of Sri Arumugam. When the police visited the house, they found the father old and uninformed, not in a state to speak anything. But they thought the sister must know something about her brother. Unfortunately, when the police visited their house, the husband Arumugam had gone to work and their 3 children were out in the school. So the police, unsatisfied with the answers of the sister, who really did not know anything about her brother and the murder, took her to Tuticorin in the pretext of enquiry and remanded her in custody. When she was crying and pleading with them for the sake of the young children she left behind all of a sudden, they would not hear of it. Until the trial happens, she has to be in remand. The next 2 months, Sri Arumugam went to Tuticorin several times in absolute misery, tried with all those police officials to get his wife out, but all in vain. The children and the old father continued to suffer at home without the mother. No matter how much Arumugam tried, appealed, and begged the police, he could not get his wife out. He was desperate, absolutely miserable, terrified. It was at this juncture he met Sri Shivakumar, who told him, now you go to Jaihindapuram temple of Yogi Ramsuratkumar, chant his name and pray there and come. Bhagwan will definitely set everything right. Sri Shivakumar said this on Thursday. Arumugam did not know anything about Yogi Ramsuratkumar. Yet, he went on Friday morning, the first thing, at 6 a.m., sat before the photograph of Bhagwan for 2 hours and cried his heart out, all the while mumbling, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar. He did not even say Jaya Guru Raya. Sri Masanamuthu and others saw him. They were just beginning to clean the place because at 7 o'clock the puja would start. They could not get him to talk about his problem. Anyway, when he left, Sri Masanamuthu gave him some prasad and said, "You have come seeking help from Bhagwan. You are also chanting his name. Bhagwan will definitely see that your problem is solved." With this assurance from him, Arumugam came out, and instead of going home straight, something prompted him, an inner urge. He went straight to Tuticorin. It was a Friday. Saturday and Sunday would be holidays, and he could do nothing about his wife because the police station, there would be nobody. In any case, in spite of all this, something pushed him on. He reached the police station, and there was this new higher official, the new superintendent of police, who had taken charge only the previous day. When Arumugam appealed to him, explaining the whole thing, the new official surprisingly said, "Okay, you ask your wife to give it in writing that when the murderer comes to your place, or when she comes to know anything about his hiding, she will inform the police here, hand him over to the police. Then you can take her home." Within half an hour, everything was over, just like that. The wife came out, wrote a letter, signed, and returned home happily to Madurai. A happy reunion after 2 months of intense torture for everyone. Unbelievable. Arumugam understood it is the glory of Yogi Ramsuratkumar and his name. He became an ardent devotee, the whole family. So now it is our turn to appeal to this divine love, the divine generosity of Bhagwan, who have always helped his devotees at varied levels, intelligently, to bring them out of their problems, their difficult situations. We shall appeal, Bhagwan,